So I found a vocal for this track. We're just going to keep things really simple. It just goes like... So I think we're going to have to do a bit of chopping with that vocal. But before we do that, we're going to want to create a bus so that we can filter all of our music except for our vocal. So let's make a new channel and call it instrumental bus. Let's make it gray just so it stands out and looks a bit different to all of our other audio. And let's select everything we have here and let's send it not to the master but to the instrumental bus. So you'll notice now that all of our music, if we select in here, will be, except for our vocal, will be coming through our instrumental bus and then going off to the master. So we want to create some automation with a filter to be filtering all the music except for our vocal. So in order to do that, let's add an auto filter to our instrumental bus and let's play around with it. See how it sounds? And we're going to do that just so that our vocal kind of cuts through the mix while we're still building to our the climax of our song. So like this. I think that like this should be repeated as well. So let's maybe drag that back. Yeah, like this. Like this. Like this. Should be duplicated a couple of times. So. Yeah, like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah, like this. Like this. Like this. Cool. Let's listen to that again. Yeah, like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah, like this. Like this. Like this. Cool, so let's start doing some arrangement maybe, so we can duplicate time here. Probably don't need another crash there. Duplicate over our EQ automation. Like this. Let's duplicate this build up section. I'm just going to turn on unlock envelopes. So kind of want the song to like drop at the 1 minute mark, and we want a bit of an intro so our DJs can mix it in. So let's duplicate this one more time. And then delete time here. And then at around the 1 minute mark, our song's going to drop. And let's just do a bit of cleanup. So maybe our yeah, like this. Vocal might not need to come in until a little bit later in the song. We just want to start with the drums and maybe the bass line, but probably not. Maybe we're just drums here. And we probably want our filter up. And maybe here is where we turn off our high pass. and we'll want to filter in our sample. So let's grab our auto filter, grab the frequency, and let's automate the low pass. To start low here. That sounds cool. Sorry, this is the this low pass is affecting our automated LFO, one with the LFO attached. So let's actually get a different auto filter. And this one can just be a static one with no LFO attached. And nope, we want to grab the other one and be affecting the frequency. There we go. So we're going to start low with the filter, come up, sounds nice. And this is where our bass comes in. Maybe our shaker comes in a bit later as well. It's all about staggering these elements so they come in one at a time. Let's maybe have a play with this. Let's save it. I might end up swapping that sound because I'm not altogether happy with it, but that's fine for now. So our bass line's about to come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, bass. Might get rid of this out of this section. It's not really needed. Cool, we're kind of jamming on our loop for a little bit. Maybe our shaker comes in back in here. Duplicate this again. So something else should happen there. So let's maybe add a new MIDI track. Let's use our sampler. And maybe let's just add a ride in. So for that, I'm going to go to Splice. So I've got my ride. Let's drag it in. Gonna pan it onto the left. And it's just gonna do the same pattern as our open hat. It's going to add a little bit of lift to our song and give it a little bit of somewhere else to go. Because this genre of music really just is about repetition and groove and adding new elements one at a time and not getting too carried away with unexpected surprises for our listener. Cool. So here we might again bring the filter up so that we're adding a bit of a build up. Then we might start our noise here this time. And then we do a big crash into our second drop. So if we put some labels down, we'll call this drop 1. We'll call this drop 2. We'll call this build up. We'll call this intro. We'll say this is where the bass starts. And drop 2's here. Cool. So build 1, drop 1. We're keeping things quite simple. We might even see if we can take away some of these closed hats. Yeah, that's cool. And then maybe our offbeat hat comes in. Yeah, cool. And maybe our shaker comes in soonish. Shaker comes in there. Maybe we throw our shaker a bit back. Maybe decrease the volume a little bit. Our noise comes up. And then we're into drop 2. And then we have our full hats come in. And then our shaker comes in. And then our ride's gonna come in. Maybe we create a mini build up here. Ride comes in. Maybe our noise comes in here. Sounds kind of cool. And then our vocal comes in.
Yeah, like this, like this, like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this.
That's cool. And then we dip right down.
Yeah, like this, like this, like this. Yeah.
And this is our bridge
Like
section.
this, like this.
So we
like
need to
this,
create some variation. We need something
Yeah.
different to happen.
like this, like this, like this. Yeah, like this. Like
And then maybe that all builds up into drop number 4. And we can just copy all this and put it there. and say that's drop number 4. And then maybe we can go twice as long. Bring that kick over, copy, paste, 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 duplicate up with Apple D, and then as you can see, if we spend that much time on the song, it's going to be 6 minutes. So this would be our DJ outro here, so we can mark that outro. So I reckon 6 minutes is probably a little bit long for a track like this. I mean, we could definitely... I've definitely heard 6-minute tracks like this. But let's just see what happens when we cut down time. Like maybe we could only spend... we want to delete time. That'll bring it down to 5:30 if we only spend 2, 3, 4. If we only spend 32 bars on each section, that probably makes a bit more sense. So seven, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 16 bars on each section. Yeah, that's going to be a lot better. And then this part is just 16 bars as well, so let's delete that. And then the outro is 32. So let's copy that bass into this last drop. So if you're a DJ and you're mixing, the bass will be in for 32 bars at the end of the song. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. And we got a song that goes for around 5 minutes now, which is great. So long enough without overstaying its welcome. Just copy all these elements into our last part. Maybe in our last drop, we just start with the shaker. Yeah, no ride on that second part. Let's duplicate this. Maybe that just comes in for that last part. Do a little bit of a build up into that.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Like this.
I really like that transition.
Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this.
Maybe that could
Like
go
this.
there.
Yeah. Like this.
I feel like a clap needs to come in there.
Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
So rather than automating this, I'm going to automate the whole mix using our instrumental bus.
Like this. Like this. Like this.
And that's going to build up into our final drop.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
Except then our noise gets filtered as well. So I might send the noise straight to the master.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this.
clap starts here.
Yeah.
Clap. Clap.
Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah.
Hi-hat.
Like this.
And simple
Like
hi-hat.
this. Like this.
Then our drums keep going. Our vocal can keep going as well.
Like this. Like this. Yeah.
Let's get up. Let's keep our bass line in there.
Like this. Like this.
Let's keep our kick in there too.
Like
Yeah, that
this.
really rounds it out.
Like this. Like this.
We need a little bit more impact on that drop. We can just add in a crash.
This. Like this.
And let's add in our noise as well.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this.
Put our offbeat snares in that last drop.
Like this.
I feel like we need our shakers in there too.
Like this.
And our rides should come in at some point
Like this.
in that build up.
Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
And then maybe a crash out of our... Maybe our crash goes to our mixer. Straight to our mixer, not through our bus.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this.
Maybe we could do a snare roll, kind
Like
of
this.
coming up into our...
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
final drop.
Yeah.
So the way we can do that is to just grab a snare that we already have in the track, duplicate it, and then just...
Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah.
We want those 16th kind of notes, so we want it to be going dot 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 dot, and we can just loop it.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
Put some velocity in there, so it's low, so it kind of builds up like the shakers were. Builds up to that third one and then pulls back. So you can hear if we make that really extreme.
Like this. Like
Yeah, that's cool.
Like this. Yeah. Like this.
Sounding really nice.
Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like
Let's
this.
add an EQ. Just see where that's hitting.
Yeah. Like this.
Cool.
Like this. Like
D
this.
sharp.
Yeah. Like this. Like this.
I think we worked out our track was in a B flat major, so D sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5th of the scale. So 1, 2, 3. Probably send it down 1 just to D.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
That's a nice sounding snare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. We could probably do the same with this offbeat snare as well.
Like this.
Send it down one.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah.
Maybe to make the snare roll a little bit more interesting, we could mute some out. So we could, let's duplicate it a couple of times and just go through and
Yeah. Like
mute a
this.
few out.
Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
Just so the snare roll doesn't get boring.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this.
Probably want that one in there.
Yeah.
It's kind of making me move my shoulders now, which is a good sign.
Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
That's sounding really nice. So let's maybe add a little bit more filter onto this snare. So it starts low.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this.
I kind of want to put a bit of echo on that vocal, just so it's not so dry. So let's put a bit of echo and then let's throw it to the side using some ping pong delay. So that'll throw it to the sides of the mix so it doesn't kind of fight with itself.
Like this.
And you can hear what that does.
This. Like this.
Could turn the feedback down.
Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this. Yeah. Like this.
I might just high pass this vocal
Like
just so that the lowest frequencies are fighting with that bass.
this.
So let's just high pass it at C sharp too.
Like this. Yeah.
That's a little bit nicer.
Like this. Like this.
And then we can boost it up a bit.
Yeah. Like this. Like this. Like this.
Just going to delete these top two tracks. But those are the basics of arranging our tech house track. Sorry, our filter house track. So I'll be back in the next segment to put on some finishing touches. Cheers.